What's up, everybody? Welcome to the Cardboard Drafthouse. My name's Ryan, and today we are playing Fliptown, specifically the Lone Gun, which is the solo campaign that they have for this game. I believe this is a 12-chapter little solo campaign where you're going to be going through each chapter, and each chapter of this campaign kind of has a specific goal that you're trying to meet when doing that specific chapter. And it also gives you some items and things that you're going to use along the way, which is different from the base game. You don't get those items usually when you're playing the base game of Fliptown. So I have the game all set up and ready to go. I'll quickly kind of explain how the game works, but then I will explain in more detail as I start to play, like what each area does. The way Fliptown usually works is it's played over 3 rounds and you get 5 turns each round. And the way that a turn works is you're going to take the deck of cards. At the start of a round, you're always going to burn a card. That's going to be called the sheriff card. And you're going to put it over here to the right-hand side of the board. Then for your turn, you're going to flip up 3 cards. And you're going to be choosing where to kind of put these cards and how you're going to use them. You're going to pick one of the cards to use for its suit, whether you pick hearts, spades, diamonds, or clubs. And that will sort of dictate which area of the board you're visiting and interacting with. The next card you pick will be for its value. So aces in this situation are counted as a 1. So, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, and then Jack, Queen, King are 11, 12, and 13. So, if you picked this Queen of Spades as our suit, that would mean we're going to the Badlands, which is over here. And then if we had picked the 2 as the value, that's showing that you're going to be trying to steal this chicken up here in the top left corner. The card that you don't pick to use for like your action becomes your poker card. And so you'll leave that right there and you'll notate what card it was and write it in right here. Because at the end of a round, you will have 5 cards, which is going to make up your poker hand. And you will gain some points and money based on how good that hand is. There is a Texas Hold'em variant that you can play with so that you can kind of make better poker hands. I'm not going to play with that in this playthrough. I'm just going to play straight up the way the rules say. But if I continue, playing this and I want to try that out, maybe I will. You do have to take a penalty if you play with that variant, where you just subtract 5 points at the end of your session for that chapter if you use the Texas Hold'em variant. So with that, let me shuffle the deck back up. Oh, what was the sheriff card? 5. You actually want higher numbers to be over there in the sheriff area, or else he might catch you. He might arrest you. So let me shuffle these up and then I can explain what the Lone Gun Chapter 1 scenario is all about. So when you're starting out with the Lone Gun, it's got this nifty little book right here. It's got your campaign overview and some of the rules and such. But the first thing that we have to do is read this little story point. Chapter 1, A Stranger Comes to Town. With a hitch in your step and a glint of hope in your eye, you embark on the trail, a seemingly endless stretch of cacti, canyons, and tumbleweeds. Trudging along, you gaze upon the orange skyline as it shimmers in the distance, wondering if you have the strength to move ahead in this harsh desert heat. Tiny buildings barely come into view, mere specks of rust-colored dirt on the horizon. It ain't much, but you've got a hankering to call it home. That is, if the local townsfolk welcome a newcomer into their herd. In any case, it's a fresh start, a chance to redefine yourself. Whether you'll keep on the straight and narrow this time or stray back to your old renegade ways, only time will tell. A cruel wind kicks up as you push ahead on the dusty path. What little gold you have won't take you far out here. You'll surely need to make some stops along the way to resupply if you want to reach your destination. The sun sinks lower in the painted sky and you hear the howls and yips of a coyote pack, pressing you forward with more urgency. While this may only be the beginning of your journey, you don't move fast around these parts. It could well be your end. Find the Chapter 1 setup card to start playing. So, I've got the Chapter 1 setup right here. Before you begin, you gain your starting resources. At the start of the lone gun, we are the Stranger, which is this card that I have right here. We start with 4 money. And so the way you gain things in this game, it's a flip and right game after all. You're just going to circle the money that you have. And then anytime you use something, you'll cross it out. So we'll be gaining cash, we'll be gaining gold, we'll be gaining stars, which are the points of the game. And then we'll be gaining, wanted, which is, potentially what will affect the sheriff card and get us arrested if we get our wanted up too high. So anyway, I'm starting with 4 money, 2, 3, 4. And I start with 2 gold. We've also got this special ability that says once per game, you may take a bonus action of your choice. So we can just pop off a bonus free action whenever we need to. The other thing we have up here is the scoring card. When you're playing the lone gun, you're going to be looking at your final score, and then you'll be gaining some legendary points throughout the campaign. And how many legendary points you gain throughout the whole span of the campaign sort of dictates how well you did. And you'll read a little story ditty where your, legendary point number is at. And so in chapters 1 through 3, if you get 0 to 49 points, you're getting 0 legendary points. 50 to 64 gets you 1, and 65 or more points gets you 2 legendary points. And moving forward, this won't affect this game here, but if you were to get the 65 points, you start your next chapter with this card flipped over. So you actually get less starting resources and you start with a little bit of wanted. So it's sort of a hindrance. If you're doing too good, this sort of makes it a little tougher for you. But anyways, we're starting on this side for this chapter. Then we get to choose an item. And we either get the lasso, even though I made a whip sound, I don't know what that was. We either get this lasso, which is a special item once per game on the trail. We can gain the items listed on a trail site that we skip. Or we can take the poncho, which is once per game on the trail. We can ignore all wanted at a trail stop of our choice and gain 2 additional stars. So that would be one of these spots here. If we stopped at this spot, it would be giving us 5 points and 2 wanted. So this would allow us to negate that wanted and then take 2 additional stars, which sounds kind of nice. I mean, both could be good. I think I'm just going to take the poncho and try it out. So let's look at the back of the Chapter 1 setup, because this will tell us what our objective is for Chapter 1. The law of the land. On the trail, each time you skip a site, you must pay 2 gold. If you don't have enough gold in your inventory, you may not skip a site. Aim of the game is to reach the last stop on the trail, which is the king card right here. So normally in Fliptown, you can just be visiting any place you want, kind of doing whatever you want to try to get the most points. In this Chapter 1, our goal is to make it all the way down the trail. So we will fail, regardless of how many points we get, we're going to fail if we don't make it all the way down the trail. All right. So with that, I mean, I believe we are off and running, ready to go. I'm just going to double check, make sure this is shuffled real nice. And then we can hit the old dusty trail, if you know what I'm saying. Alrighty. Let's burn the sheriff card here. And then we are going to be taking our turn. We're going to flip up some cards. All right, so I like that we got a heart because the trail requires hearts to visit that area. So we might want to just start with that. But I am remembering now that to skip sites on the trail, we have to spend gold. Normally when you're playing Fliptown, if I was to take this 3 and then I was to, play the value of 6, you can just walk past any card number that you want to and stop wherever you want to take the bonus listed below up to the number value that's showing here in the value card. With this one, we can't. We can't just walk past things unless we spend gold. So technically we could pass the ace, but then we would be forced to stop at the 2, which isn't really that bad, honestly, because these symbols here underneath the 2 are gold pans, and there's a little hammer symbol. And at the end of every round, that's sort of like an upkeep bonus that you're going to get. And so having these circled is actually going to give us more gold, which will let us skip more spots on the trail. So I think I'm going to do that. I think I'm leaving my cards exactly like this. So the suit that we picked is the hearts. So we're visiting the trail. The value is a 6. So I could theoretically go as far up the trail as the 6, which I just explained we're not going to be able to do. And we got a jack of spades for our poker hand, which actually is pretty good. So I'm going to write jack, circle the spade. So yeah, like I said, I think I want to skip the ace, and then we will stop there and take a gold pan. And to skip that, I did have to lose 2 gold. That's turn 1 done. That was turn 1, quick, snappy, quick and easy. I'll just keep these cards off screen as a discard pile for right now. And I do need to remember my special abilities here. Once per game, I can take a bonus action, and once per game on the trail, I can ignore the wanted. So, I'll probably be doing that up here, at the 10 or something. Anyway. 1, 2, 3. Okay. I kind of want to keep the jack because that'll give us just a straight up a pair in our poker hand. So we'll at least be getting some money and a point out of it. I've been greedy in this game before. And we have a 10 and a king out here. I could take that in hopes of getting a straight or something. But I've done that and I've gotten burned. So I think maybe taking the jack of hearts is just a better safe bet. I think we are going to visit the trail again because that's the name of the game. We will use the value of a king, which obviously I can only walk 1 step because we have no gold to skip, but I think that'll be all right. So we're going to go jack, hearts. We're visiting the trail. I can only go 1 step forward. So that's saying that we get a point, we get a star. And then the tombstone is saying that we can go to the cemetery and dig up a plot and gain some sort of benefit in between the thing from the middle and wherever we dug up. Doing that is not great. And so you're going to gain a wanted for, digging up stuff in the cemetery. However, there's this nice one right here that gives us 2 gold, which will allow us to skip another spot on the trail if we so want to down the road. So I will circle that one right there. which means we get 2 gold. Boop, boop. I do get a wanted from that, unfortunately. And that is turn number 2. Man, another jack. And another heart. Dude, we're doing it. This has been good. This has been good so far, man. All right. Famous last words, right? We're definitely taking the heart. And we're going to pick the 7, and we're going to put a jack right here. So we're going to get jack of clubs. And if you look down below here, it kind of tells you the breakdown of what you'll get based on your poker hand. And now we are at 3 of a kind. So we are currently getting $4 and 3 points. I mean, it would be crazy if we got another jack, we would get 4 of a kind and we would have $8 and 7 points. That would be huge to get in round 1. Like, that would be crazy. We've got our poker hand locked in. We're going to the trail yet again. We have a 7. We can only skip 1 spot. So we're either going to the 4 or the 5. The 4 gives us 3 points and a wanted. Or we just go to the 5, which gives us $12, which I haven't been spending a lot of money. Going to the town right here and visiting some of the buildings lets you buy certain things that help in other areas of the board. And that's what you need, to spend money for. Like going here to the stables, you could eventually get a trail horse, which gives you a +6 on the trail. So if you're not drawing some of these high cards, you can still kind of like make your way up the trail a little bit, which, we might need. We might need to work on that towards the end of the game. Do we take the $12 or do we take some points and get some wanted? I mean, I guess I could use the poncho and ignore it, but it's only 1 wanted. It also gives us 2 additional stars, though, so that would just be 5 points straight up. And then we save our gold. All right, I'm doing that. I'm talking too much. We're just going to walk 1 step. Getting that right here. I am going to use the poncho. So we're ignoring the wanted. So I'm not taking any wanted, and I'm getting 2 additional stars. And this spot was giving us 3, so we're getting 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Whew. And then this is gone. I guess I'll just tap it sideways so we know. All right, man. What do we got next? Show me a jack. All right. Well, I mean, we still have a heart. And thankfully with a 5, we can still walk up 1 step. But you see how, if this had also been like a 3 or a 2 or something, we literally couldn't advance forward on the trail. We would sort of be forced to do something else. I say we keep going, dude. I say we leave the heart. I say we just take the 5. The 3 of spades becomes our poker card. And we have to just take this right here. And then we get $12. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, and 12. I suppose we could have, went a little bit further because you can use gold to modify your value card. By spending 1 gold, you can pip up a card by 1 in either direction. You can go up or down. It's sort of a way, going to the town, each building is a card. So like this is the ace, this is the 2, this is a 3. And so maybe you really want to get that 5, but you're not drawing 5. So you drew a 4, you could pip it up. And you can spend as much gold as you want to keep increasing that number or, lowering that number. But gold is very valuable to us because it lets us skip spots on the trail. So I don't really want to be, modifying anything. You can also spend 2 gold to modify the suit in case you really, really, really needed to go to like the Badlands and you didn't get a spade. You can spend 2 gold to just make something a spade. But so far we've been pretty lucky with getting hearts. So last turn, dude, of this round. All right, no jack. Oh, and that modifying of the cards cannot be applied to your poker card. So you can't do that to like make, I couldn't make 4 of a kind out of this queen or something. It's only for the cards you pick for your suit and value. Just FYI. Okay, so now, we don't have a heart. We're not going to the trail. So now let's look at like what we can do here. You know what? I kind of don't hate going to this building. Oh, shoot. I can't really. Not very easily. Okay. I see a better path. I kind of wanted to get another gold pan. So that way, at the start of next round, we would get 2 gold nuggets and we'd have a lot to work with going up the trail. But I think the mine is actually going to be a stronger play for us. So we will take the 2 and make it our suit card. The diamond means we are going to the mine. The value card, we have to use our queen. Because when you go to the mine, you're kind of looking at these little spans of numbers here. When you start at the mine, you need to start at the top and work your way down. If we had something that's an ace through a 7, remember ace counts as a 1. So that's like a 1 through a 7. You would go into this cavern here and get those rewards. If you have something that's an 8 through a king, you're going to get these rewards, which is another gold pan and a gold nugget. So we've gone to the diamond mine. We've used a queen. So we're actually doing this right here. I need to watch my hand. I'm about to like erase a bunch of points. We get another gold pan and we get a gold nugget, dude. Oh, and then we have a 5 of clubs, which is pretty irrelevant for our poker hand here. But that was round 1. We are done. So I'm going to move these cards over here real quick. The phases of play are written right up here at the top of the board. And so, at the start of a round, you shuffle the deck, which I did. You set the sheriff card, which I did. You take your 5 turns, which we just completed. And then you resolve your poker hand. So that's where we're going to come over here. We have 3 of a kind. So we are going to get $4 and 3 points. So let's go 1, 2, 3. And we get 4 more bucks. 1, 2, 3, 4. Dude, we are just like rich over here. The next thing we do is we pan and work. Panning and working are these things that I've been talking about down here. So for each circled pan, you get 1 gold. And for each circled hammer, for each work that you do, you get $2. So we're actually going to get 2 gold. So we've got 5 right now. So we can skip a couple of spots up here, which is going to be good. And then the sheriff attempts to arrest us. So we are going to flip up this card. You can bribe the sheriff if you want to. You have to spend gold. And if you spend gold equal to the amount of your wanted, he's going to look the other way. But I mean, we only have 1 wanted. If this is an ace, we will be arrested. But anything else, we're good. I mean, we didn't hit any aces on any of the cards that we flipped out. So that is a little bit scary. I'm not going to lie. But I'm going to go for it. I'm just going to flip this up. It's a queen. We're good. We're safe. So that was round 1. We go back to the top of the order, phases of play. We're going to shuffle the deck again because this is a poker themed game. You're always working with a full deck or else like poker hands aren't going to work. You know what I mean? Man, the trail's been good to us so far. Make sure this is good and shuffled, dude. I don't want anybody out there thinking I stacked this deck, you know what I'm saying? All right. Boom. So we shuffled the deck. We set the sheriff card. Now we're taking our 5 turns. What do we got? 1, 2, and 3. Nice, dude. You know we want that heart for sure. I mean, a queen seems pretty good for a poker hand, I suppose. I guess this isn't like real poker. It's not like our pair needs to be a high pair or anything. We just need to pair anything to like get some points. Okay, so we've got the 7 of hearts. I mean, I might as well use the 9 because we can only skip 2 spots anyway. Like the queen is kind of getting wasted anyhow. So we will put the queen of spades as our poker hand. Now, we don't. So a lot of times in certain areas of the board, you will see additional suit icons. Like there's a spade right there. There's a club a little bit further down. There are, a diamond, club, and a heart at the end of all of these, tracks right here. Whenever you interact with one of those, you get to take a bonus action in that zone. And basically you get to take that action as if your value card is anything you want it to be. And so, if I was to stop here on this 6, I could take an action at the Badlands, which the Badlands is robbing stuff. You're either stealing chickens, stealing cattle, you're robbing stagecoaches, or you're trying to rob locomotives. I mean, it gives you some points, yes, but it also just gives you money, and we are like flush with money. So I don't really care about getting the money. To get this bonus action, you need to fill the entire row, which like we're not really trying to do the Badlands right now. So I don't see that happening. So I think like what I'm getting at is I think we're skipping this 6 and probably just going to go for the 7. So I have to get rid of 2 gold to skip that. And then we will take the 7 because our value is 9. That gives 4 points. 1, 2, 3, and 4. It does give us 1 wanted though. So need to be a little bit careful. We don't want to get the sheriff upset. That was turn number 1, y'all. What do we got for turn 2? 1, 2, and 3. Okay, no hearts. We might want to go to the stables because we can use the club as the suit and we can use the 4 to go here. The first time we visit the stables, we are able to rob a grave. So we can like do something over here. We will get a hammer and we'll get a point, but we do have to spend $3, which like I don't care at all about. So, but that'll help us get to the trail horse, which we might need for some of these last cards if we get unlucky later. So let's do that. That means my poker card is a 3 of diamonds. That's not ideal. But our suit is the clubs, which is the town. I'm going to the stables, so we are getting those right there. I have to spend $3. 2, 3. I get 1 point, and I get 1 hammer. And then I do get to cross that out and steal from a grave. this is kind of crazy. I kind of drew over that, so I just want you guys to be able to see. If I rob that gray right there, the linking bonus is a heart, which means we get to take a free action up in the trail. And the next spot on the trail is get 8 gold. We'll be able to like skip all the way to the end if we want to. Maybe not quite, but we'll be able to get really far down the trail with that 8 gold. So I think I'm just going to do that. So we're robbing that gray right there, which gives me another wanted. But then we get that heart right there, and I'm not spending any gold to skip. I'm just taking that, which gives us 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. I don't really know how I'm like shaking out on endgame points here. I might be doing terrible at that, but I'm like solely focused on just trying to get down the trail. Anyway, that was turn 2. Yeehaw. Turn 3. Oh, all right. Geez, a lot of clubs. We can get the horse, though. We can get the horse, though. Because we can use the 4 as the value. I'm not making a straight with a queen and a 3 anymore. So, like, I don't know. It doesn't really matter what I take. I suppose I'll put the jack. So yeah, we're going to visit the stables. So I'm getting that. I have to spend $4. 1, 2, 3, and 4, which gives us that right there. So now whenever we are at the trail, whatever value we pick, we can essentially add 6 to it. And then we get the jack of clubs. And that was turn 3. All right. So let's discard those, and we are on to turn 4. Another jack. I like that, dude. No hearts, which is annoying. I could modify a suit. Maybe I should do that. Ooh, buddy. I mean, we want the jack over here because that gives us a pair for our poker hand. So we'll go jack of diamonds. Doesn't matter too terribly much because, like, I don't think I would go much past the 10 anyway. But let's do it. We're going to modify our suit by discarding 2 gold. Hope that doesn't bite us. So that's going to be a heart. It's a heart now. And we can go up to the king if we want, which we can't. We are going to cross out 2 more gold to skip the 9, and we will visit the 10. Keep circling over like the bonuses of the next spots. That gives us 5 points, but it does give us 2 wanted. 1, 2. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. But if you look at the next bonus on the trail, it's actually cross out 6 wanted. So if we can make that happen, which might be hard, you know, on our last turn here, but if we can make that happen, we'll have no wanted, and then we won't have to worry about the sheriff at all. Let's see what happens. Last turn of the round, y'all. What do we got? 1, 2, 3, dude. 4, 10. Dang. That's unfortunate. We were very, very close. Because I get +6 on the trail. That would get us to the 10. But I would need to spend a gold to modify that to a jack, because then we could have 2 pair for our poker hand if we were able to keep the queen. It's just an extra point and an extra dollar. I think the gold is probably more valuable to us, maybe. I don't know. I'm going to be off by 1 point over here and be so mad that I didn't just do it. How many gold do I have? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So I have an odd number anyway, and I will be getting 2 more back. Screw it. Let's go for this. I'm going to put the 3 as our suit. I'll put the queen over here as our poker card. The 4 is our value. So we are getting +6 to this. So this is a 10. I will cross out a gold to make that a jack now, or an 11. So we can circle that and cross out 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 wanteds. And then we have a queen of diamonds. Whew. That was pretty good. That was pretty sweet. All right. So we took our 5 turns. We resolve our poker hand. We have 2 jacks, 2 queens. So we have 2 pair, which gives us $3. 1, 2, 3. And it gives us 2 points. 1 and 2. I believe these are 10, right? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Yeah. So we're currently sitting at 21 points. Not my favorite. Not my favorite at all. But at the end of the game, every $4 does give you a point, and every 2 leftover gold gives you a point. So like, you know, we have so much cash that that's actually kind of a lot of points right there as well. So let's see what happens. All right, so then we pan and work. So once again, we get 2 gold from that. 1, 2. And then we get $2. 1, 2. I know this is getting a little bit wild to see, but I'm right here with money. I've got 3 left on the top, and then I haven't used any more there. And gold, I have the last one and then all the rest. So we just panned and worked. Now the sheriff is going to attempt an arrest. It's a good thing we got rid of some of our wanted because we were at 5 and he would have got us. Not today. All right, y'all. We're going into the last round. I do still have my ability, which would let us take a bonus action. So, I mean, we pretty much have the trail on lock because I could just use a bonus action, which, you know, bonus actions, you can... the value can be whatever you want it to be. So I could say I'm taking a bonus action as if I had a king. I only have to cross out 2 gold to skip that, and we get 6 points, 3 wanted. We've achieved the objective, and then we just need to worry about getting more points. Seems pretty good. I actually should probably be trying to do the mine, because you'll get a lot of points by going down here. Dang, dude. The saloon lets you trade $2 for a point. So it basically like doubles your rate of exchange if you go there. Because then I could just trade. I mean, you can only get 8 stars per visit. So I would trade $16 for 8 points right now. Dude. I think we're about to probably do that. All right. So we've shuffled. We set the sheriff card, and now we take our 5 turns. Let's reveal 1, 2, 3. Holy guacamole, brother. I was going to take my special ability to just do the queen one right here, because that will give me a free diamond action, which would then let me take a free club action, which would let me like get a bunch of points. But theoretically, I could just do this and that and use a gold to pip that up to a queen and save this in case we really need it for the king spot, which I probably should do. So let's just do that. All right. We've picked our suit. I mean, that leaves a 2 of diamonds, which is like Pretty garbo, but it's all good. We're going to the trail with the heart. We've got a jack. I will cross this off to pip that value up by 1. We will circle the queen. Man. And that gives us a free diamond action. So we will definitely take this one right here, which gives us a gold back. So it's like we didn't even spend that gold. Love that. Then we get a free club action, which we will for sure go to the saloon, dude. We instantly get a point the first time we go to the saloon. Then we can spend $2 for a point, limit to 8. So we'll go, that's 1 point, 2 point, 3 point, 4 point, 5 points, 6 points, 7 points, 8 points, and we have $2 left. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8. Yeehaw. We're at 30 points. We still need to get like 35 more if we want the 65. What am I doing? All right. 1, 2, and 3. Ugh. So looking at our options, we can go to the mine, but then I'm left with the 3, which I would have to go into that spot right there, because I can't go out of any of those spots where I've already been. All the low numbers are on that side. That's bad. We can go to the trail, and I could pip that up to a king by spending 2 gold. That might be the move. Just like get that out of the way, and then I can use that for something to get as many points as possible. Which, like, I really want to get down to this one because this gives 1 point for every circled spot on the trail. That's just going to be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 points if I can make it to that little spot right there. Plus, the thing above it gives 4 points as well. So that's like a 14-point situation right there. Ooh. All right. We're doing it. Once again, kind of a garbo, but still have a straight live. We have a heart. We're going to the trail. Having to spend 1, 2 gold to make that a king. Circle that. We do get 6 points from that. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, but we do get 3 wanted. 1, 2, 3. Oof. I swear if the freaking sheriff has like a ace or a 2 under there, dude. All right. 1, 2, 3. Nice, man. I mean, I think this is what we're doing. Because the 4 of diamonds, let's just go to the mine. The king lets me go into that spot that I wanted to go to. And this gives us a pair at least. So why not? We have the 4. We have to go. This little spot right here is king or queen. So we're going in there. That gives us 4 points. 1, 2, 3, 4. But it does give us another wanted. We're at 4 wanted right now. Don't love. Next turn. 1, 2, 3. Okay. We don't have to do the trail anymore. So, I mean, this would give me 2 pair. And if I got another 2 or a 3, I'd have a full house. So that would actually be pretty sweet if that happened. What would I do with these? I mean, using that as a diamond with a 4, I'm going there and getting a gold and a hammer. So if I go clubs and 9, I can buy a pistol, which helps in the Badlands, and it gives me a free heart action, which like we can't do anymore. Let's see. Can I pip that up? Oh, wow, dude. I've been spending gold when I didn't have to because I had that +6. So a bunch of those times that I spent gold, I didn't even need to. I'm just playing on hard mode. I don't even care. I'm going to leave it. I think I still got this. So if that's a 4... Jeez, dude. I would need to spend 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. That's all my gold. That's so bad. But then I would be able to make it right there. She gives me 2 gold back. Oh, geez, bro. That's so bad, bro. I can use this to just lock in that, so I'm not too worried about it. Shoot, but my wanted is getting a little crazy, guys. I only have one more action after this. Oh, crap, dude. Let's do it. I'm going to the mine. I'm going to spend 6 gold. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 to make that a 10 so that I can go down this way and circle that, which gives me 3 points. 1, 2, 3. Gives me back 2 gold. And it gives me a wanted, dude. I'm at 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 over here. Oh, this is so sketchy. What do we got, dude? Okay. I was really hoping that I would draw cards that would just let me do that so that I could use my ability here to like go to the town hideout and just reduce my my wanted by 4. Because if I get caught by the sheriff in round 3, I either have to lose $18, which I don't have, or I have to lose 8 points. And I'm currently at 53. And if I take that right there, that will get me to 63. And if I can squeeze out 2 more points from whatever this is and just hope that I don't get arrested, I'll be over 65. So we have to gamble. Oh, geez. I didn't even write down my my poker card last time. It was the 2 of hearts. Sorry, y'all. I was too excited about all the other things popping off. All right, so once per game, you may take a bonus action of your choice. Let's just do that. I am taking a bonus diamond action, and I'm going right here. So I will get 1 point per circled trail stop, but I do get 2 more wanted. 1, 2. Bro. I could modify the queen to a jack, which lets me peek at the sheriff card. Oh, dude, I'm so dumb. That gives a free diamond action. Hold up. Back this up for a sec, y'all. I'm not thinking 4th dimensionally. All right. Before I use the special ability, here's what we're doing. We're going to go 9 of clubs here to go to the town. We're using the queen, and my poker card is the 7 of hearts. All right. That was a terrible 7. Okay. I'm using a gold to pip this down to a jack. So we can do this. And I get to peek at the sheriff card, and then I can choose either gain a point or lose 2 wanted. I'm using this diamond to circle this, which I previously already did with this, right? I'm using that diamond instead. I do get the 2 wanted back. So I'm currently at 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So I get to peek at this. We're good, y'all. We are good, y'all. So, I mean, I'll just leave that face up. So we'll just take the point. And so that was the club action, using it as a jack to peek at the sheriff card. I took the point because I know that we're good on our wanted. I already did the diamond action, which let me go there. I got my 2 wanted from that. And now I still have my once per game bonus action. So, I mean, what are we at? We're at 10, 20, 30, 10, 20, 30, 40. Oh my God, I miscounted. I'm only at 10, 20, 30, 40. I'm at 44. So I'm only at 54 right now. What am I doing, dude? What gives me the most points? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Dang it. Now if I go to the mine, that one, it's 1 point per circled mine, which would be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I guess I could retcon that I would have minused my wanted instead of taking the point. Jeez, dude. I don't think I can make it above 65. So, yeah, that's a bit unfortunate. You know what? All right. I know this is a little bit cheesy. My bad, y'all. Knowing that I was using this diamond action to do this and that I get another free action instead of taking this 1 point. I'll erase 1 point here. And I'm going to do the lose 2 wanted instead. So I'm currently at 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I'll use my bonus action to go down this way right here, which gives me 3 more wanted. 1, 2, 3, and that's the game. My bad on that. I wasn't thinking out my last turn very well. So, we resolve our poker hand. I have 2 pair, 2 and 3s. So I get $3. 1, 2, 3. And I get 2 points. So 1 and 2. We pan and we work. So I do get 2 more gold. 1, 2. And I get 2 more dollars. Then the sheriff attempts an arrest. We knew that was a 10. I'm at 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So he does not arrest us. Now we are at the end of the game. And so we're going to just tally up our points down here. So for every $4 that we have left, we get 1 point. So I've got 1, 2, 3, 4, and then just 1, 2, 3. So that's just 1 point. For every 2 gold left, I've got 3. So we go 1, 2 for 1 point. Silver stars are like these end game point objective things. So this one is 1 point per circled trail stop. So we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So I have 10, and then I get 1 point per circled mine, which is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So that's going to be 16. Plus we had 10, 20. It is 10, right? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Yeah. 10, 20, 30, 40. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So 45. Tallying up our score, we got 45, 16, 1, and 1, which gives us a 63, dude. Oh, that hurts, man. I mean, we still did pretty good. We got the 1 legendary point, really close to that 65. But yeah, I was just 2 points off. I hope I'm not forgetting anything out here, but I think that's it. I don't know if that turn where I spent all that gold was worth it, but who knows? You know, that got me to where I am now, so hard to tell. But anyways, that was Fliptown, the first chapter of the Lone Gun, the solo campaign for this one. Thanks for hanging out with me. Thanks for watching me figure out that final turn where I was melting down a little bit. It's hot out here on the trail. Anyway, thank you guys for hanging out. I will see you at the next one. We just hit 1,000 subscribers. I know we mentioned that in a previous video, but thank you all so much. It means a lot to us. Please subscribe if you aren't already. And until next time, have a good one.